Hello and welcome to another video about artificial intelligence complete training. In the previous video, we started our discussion about the types of machine learning and we discussed about the supervised machine learning. And in today's video, we'll be covering the unsupervised and reinforcement machine learning. So before we continue, let's quickly recap what is the supervised machine learning. So the supervised machine learning, as we know that in order to create a model, we need to train the model. And in order to train the model, we need to provide lots of data. So in the supervised machine learning, the data that will be the input to get the model trained will be labeled and well-defined data. So think of it like an Excel sheet. So you have the data in the Excel sheet. So each column will be properly defined. So there will be a heading that what is the purpose of each column, which will become the input variable to train the model. So we have an example. So let's say this is the label data that we are giving to our model, and the label data is labeled and well defined because here we are specifying that which of the image is of cat and which of the image is of dog. So imagine you have a small child, so you are giving these images to the small child, or you have the live animals in front of the small child. So the child will have a proper guide from you, and you are explaining to the child that this is the cat and the other one is the image of the dog. So there is a proper guidance available. So that is an example of the label data. So in the Excel, so the label data could be form of Excel sheet or in any other format, but it is very much defined that what is this image about. So that becomes the input to the model, and then there will be a training phase of the model. So there will be the data cleaning, data analysis, and the algorithm will get trained. And once the model will be generated, we will evaluate the model. And once the model will be ready, so we will start making the prediction. So as we know that the purpose of the machine learning models is to predict. So when there will be a new fresh image or a new fresh data that will be the input to the machine learning, so let's say a new animal image will be the input. So the input model, the machine learning model will then identify that whether this image is of cat or dog. Okay, so the output is also the labeled output because this image, the new image, will get mapped to one of the category that has already been identified by the machine learning. So in the machine learning, it is all about mapping to the predefined categories which is of the cat or the dog. So the output is also the labeled output. So the important thing in the machine learning, that the input, the training data is the labeled data. So it is already defined. So we have a proper guide available that we are giving along with the data to the model whenever we are in the training phase for the supervised machine learning. Then after the supervised machine learning, we have the unsupervised machine learning. So in the unsupervised machine learning, the model gets trained based on the unlabeled data. So again, we have the unlabeled data, different images, for example, or any other format of data, but there is no proper guidance like this is the image of the cat or the dog. So how the machine learning then later on identifies whether this is the cat or the dog? So what basically happens that in the unsupervised machine learning, the model creates the clusters based on feature similarity. So the model will understand or will try to define the features of each of these images. For example, long tail, pointy ears, okay, and some of the other features. And then based on that, a cluster will be created. Then you have the other image. So again, let's say long ears, okay, long nose, or some of the other features, and then based on that another cluster will be created. Okay, so the clusters will be created based, so but again it is unlabeled data, which means there is no proper guidance available. So all of these clusters will be automatically created by the model based on the feature similarity. So again, if you have a small kid, and what you will do, you are not telling or informing the kid that this is the cat, or this is the dog. So basically you're just showing different pictures of these animals, or you have the live animal in front of the small kid, and based on that the small kid will automatically try to create different clusters based on the feature similarity. So next time when you will show a new image, so the child will automatically identify that, okay, I have seen this type of animal before, and will say, okay, this belongs to cluster 1, or whatever the name the child will give. So the child will not be creating the clusters by the name like cat or dog. So the child or the model will say that this is the first cluster and this is the other cluster. So just that the clusters will be defined. So once the unlabeled data will fed into the model in the training phase, then there will be data cleaning, data analysis, algorithm will be selected and applied, a model will be generated, and then there will be the model evaluation. And again, because it is a machine learning, the predictions will take place. So when you will have the new data or the new image of any animal, so what will happen, that the model will try to map, or will try to allocate the new image to one of the cluster. So again, in the machine learning, in the unsupervised machine learning, the clusters will be created based on feature similarity, and once the model has been trained and has been created, the new image will then become part of one of the clusters. So the output is unlabeled as well. So there are no proper labels like this is the cat or this is the dog. So there will be just different clusters, and the new input or the new information will get assigned to one of the cluster as part of the prediction based on the feature similarity. Okay, so if the model will say that this new image is more closer to the cluster 1, or more closer to the second cluster, or to the third cluster. So that is how the machine learning works. It again, we in unlabeled data means we don't have a proper guidance available. So the machine learning model will get trained based on the feature similarity, and that is how the predictions will be done. So that is the unsupervised machine learning. Then the next one we have is reinforcement learning. So the first thing we have in the as part of the reinforcement learning, that there is no input data available. So there is no input data, there is no guidance, there is no data. So what happens, that the agent will be in an unknown environment, and the agent will learn in that unknown environment by itself based on trial and error. Okay, so the agent will try to perform some actions. So these actions will be based on trial and error, and a reward will be generated if the agent will accomplish the task. Okay, so that is what will happen in the reinforcement learning. So an example could be that, let's say you have just been landed into so an example could be that you have just been landed into an unknown area, into an unknown desert or a beach, and you don't have any data. Okay, so let alone that any guidance is available. So there is no guidance, there is no data. So what you will do, you will explore the environment, you will try to perform some actions. Okay, and based on those actions, some rewards will be generated, or some penalties will take place. So you are in a totally unknown territory. So again, what are the different types of machine learning? So we have discussed the supervised, unsupervised, and the reinforcement machine learning. So the supervised machine learning, here the model gets trained based on the labeled data or well-defined data. In unsupervised, the model gets trained based on unlabeled data. Okay, the data is not properly defined or properly labeled, so it is just an incomplete guide, that we can say. The data is there, but it is not properly labeled in the unsupervised. Whereas in reinforcement, there is no data available. Okay, so an agent interacts with its environment and discovers errors and rewards. So it is, the agent is in a totally unknown territory. Supervised for which type of problems we can use the supervised machine learning? We can use the supervised machine learning for the regression and classification problems. So the regression problems where the output that we are going to generate or the prediction that we are going to make will be the continuous values, like the stock price predictions or the weather temperature predictions. So for that we'll be using the regression. So that is an example of the regression problem. Classification problem where we want to classify the input data into one of the category. For example, you have just received an email and you want to classify whether this email will go to the inbox or will go to the spam folder. So you need to classify that. So that is the classification problem. Unsupervised can be used for the clustering problems where you want to cluster the data into different clusters based on feature similarity. So that is the clustering problem, and for that we can use the unsupervised machine learning. And if the problem that we want to solve is the reward based, like there will be some rewards based on certain actions, so for that we can use the reinforcement learning. What type of data we can use? In the supervised, the data we have is the labeled data, and in the unsupervised we have the unlabeled data, and in the reinforcement we don't have any data available. What type of algorithms, or what is the method that the model will use for the in the supervised machine learning? So in the supervised machine learning, the input data, the new fresh input data will get labeled or will be mapped to the known output. Okay, so if you have a new image of an animal, so that new image of the animal will get mapped to the known output. It will either go to cat or a dog if it is one of these two. Okay. Then in the unsupervised machine learning, what is the method or the machine will learn to understand or to get trained itself? That is the understanding the patterns, and based on the patterns different clusters will be created, okay, based on the feature similarity. So in the unsupervised, because the data we have is unlabeled, so the only solution in the unsupervised the model has is to understand the patterns, and based on that different clusters will be created. And in the reinforcement, the method we have is trial and error. What algorithms we can use for each type of machine learning? So in the supervised we can use the linear regression. So the linear regression can be used if the prediction that we want to make is a continuous value, so for that we can use the linear regression. Then we can use the logistic regression. So if the prediction that we want to make is the classification type of thing, we want to classify our emails or any other information, so for that we can use the logistic regression algorithm, or we can use the support vector machine or the k nearest neighbor. So, and we'll discuss more on that when we'll do the live coding in the Python. In the unsupervised, we can use the k-means algorithm, and in the reinforcement we can use the q-learning. Now we will discuss that the type of problems that can be solved in machine learning. So again, machine learning, which is one of the subtype of the artificial intelligence. So primarily we can solve three different type of problems in machine learning. So a problem could be a regression problem, classification, or the clustering problem. Regression problem means when the prediction that we want to make has the continuous output. Okay. So the regression problem is part of the supervised machine learning where the output is continuous. Okay. And we want to forecast or we want to predict, and that prediction is output. The prediction is the continuous output. Okay. So for example, we want to predict the stock price, or we want to predict the weather temperature. And the algorithm for that that we can use is the linear regression. So the linear regression is the algorithm that we can use wherever we have the regression type of problem, or the output or the prediction that we want to make is the continuous output. So for that, the algorithm we have is the linear regression. The other type of problem that we can solve is the classification problem. So the classification problem where the prediction we want to make is the categorical output. Okay, so for example, you have a new email and you want to classify whether this should go to the inbox or will go to the spam folder. So that is what we want to classify in these two categories. So for that we can use the, so this is one of the classification problem which is part of the supervised learning as well, because here the output is categorical, or like we want to determine the data category. So for that, the algorithm that we can use is the logistic regression. Okay. So if the output is continuous, we'll be using the linear regression. If the output is categorical, we will be using the logistic regression. And both of these are part of the supervised machine learning. Okay. Then the third type of problem that we can solve in the machine learning is clustering problem. So the clustering problem means when we want to assign the data to one of the cluster. Okay. So for example, we have a profile of a person. Okay, so we have a profile of a person, and we want to assign this new person's profile to one of the cluster. For example, we have created the clusters based on the age. So if let's say 1 to 18 years of individuals, then we have another cluster where we have from 18 to 40 years, and then we have another cluster which is 40 plus. So you have a profile of a person, and then you will assign that profile to one of the cluster. Okay, so maybe that new profile or the new person belongs to this 40 plus age cluster. So that is the clustering problem. So, and this is part of the unsupervised machine learning, where you are assigning the data to one of the cluster. And how the clusters got created: so during the training phase, the machine learning created these clusters based whatever the data that we gave. So based on that, the feature similarities were understood by the model, and based on that, different clusters were created. And now when you will present a new data, once the model has already been created, then the new data will be assigned to one of the cluster. And for that, the algorithm that we can use is called the k-means algorithm. So these are the different type of problems that we can solve in the machine learning. And from the next video, we'll be using the Python, and what we will do is we will be creating our own models. So the first thing that we will do is the supervised machine learning algorithms, and for that, the algorithms that we'll be studying and using in order to create our own models will be the linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, knife bias classifier, k nearest neighbor, and the support vector machine. So if this is the first time you are hearing these algorithms, so nothing to worry, we will discuss each and every algorithm in full detail. Not only that, we will be creating our own models using the Python code, and we will be making the predictions, and we will be following the full life cycle. Like we will be getting the training data, training the model, cleaning the data, doing each and every step, and then finally making the predictions based on the model that we will create. So the first thing we will do is we'll be working on all of the algorithms of the supervised machine learning. Once we will do that, then we'll go to the algorithms of the unsupervised machine learning, and later on we'll be working on the reinforcement machine learning. So we will understand each and every algorithm in full detail. So that is all from this video. So I'll see you in the next video with the Python coding. Thank you for watching.